created in December. Unemployment rate ticks up to 4.7%. And as we know from discussions with Scott Shellady and others before, these statistics mean nothing. So let's
It's
bring
all
in,
smoke and mirrors.
with that said, let's bring in the cow guy, Scott Shellady, Fox Business Network contributor. Scott, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
No problem.
So 156,000 jobs in December, 75th month in a row of growth, but it's like at basically like replacement rate job growth, 150,000, 175,000 range. What are we to take away from the first jobs report since Donald Trump was elected? Anything to be gleaned from that?
To me, it looks like just a big bowl of cold oatmeal. I mean, there's nothing in this report that's saying that we're getting better anytime soon. I think the trading environment or the trading world and maybe the rest of the world will slowly but surely start to wake up from their holiday hangover and realize the economy hasn't changed one bit. Maybe the mood has and sentiment has and maybe some confidence has, but really this U.S. economy is like an aircraft carrier, and it's going to take a lot to turn it around, and we're still slipping. I mean, that finishes up 2016 with 2.2 million jobs created. That on its own doesn't really mean that much, but when you compare it to 2015 when 2.7 million were created, it seems to me that we're going in the wrong direction. And again, once again, we missed on our expectation of jobs today. We thought we would get around 175,000. We got 156,000. And taking those numbers in context, I've been doing this for a long time, and we used to have jobs numbers like 3, 4, 500,000.
Right.
So we've dumbed it down a lot here, and it's getting even dumber.
And there's been a lot of headlines. U.S. Steel saying 10,000 new American jobs after Trump's election. IBM 50,000 over the next couple of years. Of course, the Ford deciding for Michigan over Mexico and 700 or so jobs there. But you've also had GM and Boeing announce layoffs. So even with some of the good news, there's some counterbalancing not so good news.
Yeah, maybe actually a little bit overwhelming bad news. I mean, you haven't mentioned Macy's or Sears.
Yeah, right.
So, we're going through a transition. Well, obviously, it's technologically based, but we've got a problem with our bricks and mortar stores. We've got a problem with some of our manufacturing as far as the technology goes. So it's going to be a learning curve here. And unfortunately, I've said this before, really, this is the time that the middle class is going to really start to get hit hard. The lower class is not going to be left alone, but the most of this is going to flow towards the upper 10, 15%. And we've got to find a way to help the people in the middle because they own all the debt, the student loan debt, everything. We've got more people. How about this for a stat? We've got more adjustable rate mortgages today than we did in 2007.
Ugh.
Deja vu all
Who
over
would
again.
sign up for an adjustable mortgage rate?
Right.
That bewilders me.
We just don't learn our lessons. We just don't learn the lesson.
All right, so they're touting, the Obama economy closed out with a low 4.7% unemployment rate. What is the real unemployment rate?
Oh, it's like 9, 10. I mean, you can't tell. I mean, Dan said it right. They mean nothing. I mean, you can't have full employment and have no wage inflation. I mean, we got a little bit more wage inflation in these numbers today, but last month's wage inflation was a negative number. So there's something wrong with full employment and no real wage growth. That doesn't make sense to me. And so if you really take a look at these numbers and pull the car over and look under the hood, they don't make sense. There's something terribly wrong. And I think what you can glean from them is this. You can't rebuild economies on $15 an hour jobs, period.
Now, one of your colleagues, a free market economist type, Brian Westbury, friend of the show, he is quite the optimist as the Dow trends towards 20,000. He's suggesting that the market is 20% undervalued. And so perhaps 2017 is a great year to be in equities. If that turns out to be the case, are you so sanguine about the market?
Well, I mean, he's probably not wrong. And the reason why is this. Everybody's been expecting equities to either catch down to the economy or we all hope the economy would catch up to equities. But there's just so much more money on the sidelines as people keep working and not investing. There is a wad of cash that kind of mutes any downward action. I mean, we would expect a 3 or 4% sell-off Now that's only 0.3 or 0.4% sell-off. So I think that if we do finally get some good news and we do make it through that 20,000, you'll see a new rush of money come in. Whether you agree with it or not, that's I'm not here to say it's right or wrong. I'm just here to make money, and you kind of have to go with the flow. So the stock market is not a true indicator of how the economy is doing today. It's an indicator about what expectations are 6 to 12 months down the road.
I love. You should put that on a T-shirt. I'm not here to say what's right or wrong. I'm just here to make money. I mean, I know maybe underneath your cow jacket.
Hey,
I like that.
where do you get those cow jackets, by the way?
I have to have them made, and every now and again I give them out to celebrities like you and you.
Oh,
and Dan.
really? Oh, our very own.
Ooh, we'd fight over it. I went to University of Iowa.
Yeah,
I've been cow tipping.
I would like. Well,
I
then
want
you're
one.
disqualified.
I picked the cow back up after I knocked it down.
I want a custom-made Scotch Shellady cow jacket. That would be a nice way to ring in 2017. Let me ask.
Yeah, I'll get a couple to you guys if you promise to take a picture. That's all.
Oh, for sure.
But send it to me.
For sure.
Awesome.
No, we can share it. I'll put it on first, and then you can wear it.
I'm a 42 long. If you want to advise your tailor, here.
I'll
Let me.
I'll pick one up at Baby Gap. Dan. That's not that big.
Let me ask you about a bad actor. I like to keep track of bad actors too in the financial services and the corporate world. John Corzine is one of them, a former New Jersey governor, senator, Goldman Sachs general scumbag of.
Did he get rid of that ponytail yet?
I don't know, but he just had to get rid of $5 million because the U.S. Commodities Future Trading Commission fined him $5 million and another former executive at MF Global, which imploded under John Corzine's visionary leadership, for mishandling customer money. But here's the thing: John Corzine, cajillionaire, and I'm sure the executive that was fined $500,000 also well-heeled. A statement by the CFTC said the amount of customer money the company run by Corzine mishandled nearly $1 billion. So, mishandled is a nice euphemism. So $1 billion in fraud, and the CFTC fines Corzine $5 million. What do you think of the disposition of that case?
I think it's permeating throughout government all over the place. I mean, it's one law for them and a different law for us. I mean, when we got news of it down here yesterday or whatever it was, I mean, a lot of guys were sickened, and the things that action disrupted, and the amount of customers that were hard done by, and have only $5 million. I mean, it's an absolute joke. Had it been me, I'd be behind bars. But no, because of Corzine, and by the way, he was a disastrous governor as well for New Jersey. I mean, it's beyond words. It is beyond words. So there clearly is a different rule for those in power than there are for the general folk.
All right. He is Scott Shellady, Fox Business News contributor, the cow guy, and we're going to get a couple of cow jackets, and that's going to be fun. Scott, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Have a good weekend.
And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.